Hey guys, Chauncey Phillips with a brand new DVD Blu-ray Tuesday shop video today. I'm going to try and slow down this intro. No matter what, I think it's just because I'm very stressed about the movie. I can't spit this intro out without it seeming real mumbled all around. But today, guys, going to go out and see what new things came out on DVD, Blu-ray, and 4K. New release-wise, though, the things that were coming out, the main stuff, there wasn't a ton of, like, newer films, but there was some 4K things coming out to 4K for the first time, like The Lost Boys is coming out to 4K, The Goonies is coming out to 4K, and both of those, there should be exclusive Steelbooks, I believe. I know for Lost Boys at Best Buy. And then also, though, new movie-wise, the movie The Reef, the second movie of the sequel to The Reef is coming out, and I like that one, the original Reef. I remember liking that one back in the day when that came out, years back. I feel like it was like 2011 or 10, something like that, when the first movie came out. So that one I feel like will probably be at Walmart. We'll see if they have the Blu-ray of that one. If not, I'll have to probably get it online, or they might have it at Best Buy. They usually would have the Blu-ray of a movie like that at Best Buy. We'll see, though. But anyway, though, guys, also, though, at the end of this video is going to be a whole bunch of brand new DVD, Blu-ray, and 4K reviews, some things I received to review and talk about for you guys. So let me know, too, what you guys thought of those ones as well. But anyway, though, guys, let's get going and see what we can find today. But into Target we go. But yeah, like I was saying, though, right now, like, really the only thing that's, like, in my brain right now is Pay to Die, because next Tuesday we start shooting. So kind of like that's the only thing that's, like, running through my brain right now is just, like, details and actors and agents and all this kind of stuff. So there's just lots of other things in my head. So if I seem a little bit all over the place, that's why, because that's just how I am at the moment. But we'll see, though, you know, what's in here today and everything like that. But fingers crossed, hopefully something will be out. I'm not going to go to any other locations. They don't have it out, though. But we'll take a look here in the front, though, and see if they changed anything out. I always show this. It never really changes here at this front. And those wondering, though, while I'm away, though, I'm going to do kind of like what I've done in the past, and I'll have videos set to go up while I'm away for those 2 Tuesdays that I'll be away and stuff like that, sort of, you know, showing the new releases and stuff like that. And I think there might be some reviews next week as well, depending on if anything comes that I have time to watch and stuff like that. But they do have some of the newer stuff. They actually did switch this out, and they put a Lightyear. That came out last Tuesday. This one, though, is not, you know, not selling very well. It's like, I don't know. It's like, it seems like this one was a misfire for Disney. I don't know why, but I have to watch it sometimes to see. But just it seems like, I think it's probably because Tim Allen didn't do the voice. A lot of people were kind of mad, because I feel like you think of Buzz Lightyear, you think of Tim Allen, and some people too said that they don't really like that character. Like the Buzz Lightyear, they kind of prefer Woody, and they really would rather watch the movie just Woody. I don't know. I think that could possibly be it too. It's just an interesting sort of thing that it seems like it's sort of one of the biggest misfires I've seen in a long time. But other than that, though, that, like I said, that was last Tuesday. Other than that, though, I don't see anything else here new. And these have all been kind of the same. And the Morbius still here. You know, still here, those same 3 ones. But we'll head over to the section, though, and see what's over there, though, if anything has changed. But they're very sad, though, that none of the new releases were in the front. Yeah, but just went over to the section, and, you know, nothing out over there. I wasn't really expecting there really to be very much today, though, because, like, with the exception of, you know, the Lost Boys and the Goonies 4Ks, I don't feel like they might even have. I don't know. Out of both of those, I think that the Lost Boys and Poltergeist. But between both of those, I feel like they would probably more than likely have maybe Poltergeist over. I don't know, because you see Poltergeist in, like, stores a lot more than you do at Lost Boys sometimes and stuff like that. So maybe that'd be the one that they would have if either of the two. Let me know, though, if you guys went to Target today, though, if you guys ended up seeing either of those in your store. But there was the Batman, the Long Halloween too, which I feel like they probably would have had in there, like the combination 4K one. I don't know about the Reef, though, if it's the sequel to the Reef. If that one was in there, let me know, guys. I don't recall usually seeing a lot of the RLJ releases in there, you know, RLJ and like Shudder releases. I don't think Target usually has them. For the most part, I've only really seen them at, you know, at a Walmart's and Best Buy. And Best Buy would usually have the Blu-ray one if there was the Blu-ray for certain movies. It's a weird system. I've kind of noticed if Walmart has it, and there's a DVD and a Blu-ray of it, and they stock that, you know, the DVD at Walmart, there's a good chance that they'll have the Blu-ray of it at Best Buy. But if Walmart doesn't carry the DVD at all, then there's a chance you won't see the Blu-ray or anything at Best Buy. Like, that's kind of what I've been noticing. But now I'm gonna head over to the first Walmart and see what this one has, and we'll definitely go to another one as well too. Into Walmart we go. So I've not peeked over here yet, so we'll see, you know, what they have in here. And hopefully they have some of the stuff out. We'll see, because like I said, there's not a lot of, like, bigger titles today. It's more like catalog things, and then the one, Reef is the only one I feel like it's one of the bigger ones that might be places. I don't see anything new though this week. It seems like everything here is the stuff from last Tuesday. Let's see if there's anything by chance over here. The other Walmart, though, would probably have some of this stuff out, but I don't know. I think Best Buy today is going to be where we're going to see a lot of these things. Oh, yeah, these are what I meant to show last time. I noticed there's a couple more of these new, like, slipcover ones in here. I showed these ones already, but I didn't see all of these ones last time. Like, there's one for Halloween, you know, Rob Zombie's Halloween, Leprechaun, 8-movie collection, this Texas Chainsaw one. And this one of those movies, like... yeah, I kind of like despised it when it first came out, and then you think about it a little later, it's kind of like funny in like a good bad way. Like, it's a really terrible movie, but it's kind of like you like it now more in like this like good bad way kind of way. I don't know how to explain it. And then they have a Spiral, Saw 7-movie collection, Hellfest, down here Scream 4, Cabin in the Woods, Halloween 2, and then there's Texas Chainsaw down there with Cabin in the Woods. But let's see though over here if there's anything new. Because the spot where this new stuff would be kind of like in this area, but I don't see anything up here. Like in this vicinity is where they would normally put some of these newer things, but I don't see like the Reef one or anything like that in here. So we'll definitely go to the other location, because as far as I can tell, it doesn't look like anything whatsoever was changed in here. It's like all the same stuff in here pretty much. Into the second Walmart we go. But we'll take a look over here and see what they have. I do see, this was one of the other ones that came out today that I was mentioning, the Batman The Long Halloween, the Deluxe edition. This is one that has like both of them together, because they're originally released separately, each part. So this is one of the ones that was today. This one, Blackwood here. I don't know anything about this one, but this is the one that I was mentioning, this one, the Reef, Stalked. I don't see a Blu-ray for this one, so hopefully there'll be a Blu-ray of this one at Best Buy. And this one is one of those kind of Bruce Willis ones where if you didn't know, you mix it up, because there was another movie that had is like the exact same cover. I don't know if I could find it over here to show you guys, but it was literally like the exact same cover artwork. I can't remember who was in it, but it's very similar. This came out today though, Tooth Fairy, Queen of Pain. I filmed parts in a couple of the Tooth Fairy movies. I think 2 of them. I don't think I did anything in this one though. I know I did in some of the other ones though in that series. But let's see though, is there anything else here today in this spot? I'm not seeing anything new over here. I thought there would be a couple other things today, but it doesn't look like it right here. Yeah, nothing new in this spot. This is usually the spot where they would have some other stuff, but yeah, not really seeing much else. Over here though, I think this is new. This one here, Kingdom of Dinosaurs. This one, I believe this one came out today. That was $9.96 for that one. I don't know if this was today or not. Other than that, though, that seems to be all the main... Oh, no. There was one other thing here. This movie here, which I don't know much about this. I have to look at the trailer for this one. It looks kind of interesting. It's got Ashton Kutcher in it. Vengeance. Dove Cameron's in the movie. If you guys have seen this one, let me know if this one's worth picking up or not. Like, I don't know much about this one. It looks like they only have the DVD of it, though. I think there's probably a Blu-ray, though. But let me know, though, in the comments below, though, how that one is and everything, though. But other than that, though, I think... Oh, yeah, this was actually today, too. This one, Outlander, Season 6. I believe that came out today as well. So it's $29.96 for the Blu-ray, $27.96 for the DVD of that one. But other than that, though, I think those are all the main new things here today, though, that I see. Into Best Buy we go. But in here, though, new release-wise, though, I'm trying to see anything new here that I see. On this side, though, wasn't seeing anything new here. Let's check over here and see. There's like that random, like, Spider-Man one. I think that's an older Steelbook. There's some older Steelbooks here. But let's see over here on this side. They have Lightyear. That was from last week. I don't see any other new ones here. They still have one of the Sonic 2 ones available still. But let's see over here. That was out last week. They have Outlander here, Season 6. That's $42.99 for that one. And then other than that, though, I don't see that Reef one. I don't think they're going to have that one. It's so hit and miss when it comes to which ones they do and don't have when it comes to like the Shudder and ROJ ones. But they do have the Blu-ray of this one, this Vengeance. And I don't know, like I said, I don't know much about this at all. So let me know, guys, if this one is worth checking out. But other than that, though, I don't really see anything else different here, though, as far as I can tell. Well, now it's like pitch dark in the car, so it's gotten very late. Yeah, so it's like kind of been like a day. Like I said, it's been like sort of a stressful day, a lot of planning, a lot of things going on. But yeah, nothing out. They didn't have the Reef in there. But like I haven't ended the video like when it was dark in a long time. But anyway, though, guys, like I always say, if you guys enjoy these videos, you have to give it to the thumbs up. Let me know in the comments below, though, what you guys picked up on DVD, Blu-ray, or 4K. If you guys ended up picking up anything today. Now stay tuned, though, for some brand new DVD, Blu-ray, and 4K reviews. And the first one I got here is from Lionsgate. It's a movie here called Bulletproof, which stars Vinnie Jones. Now, this is one thing I will say, too, is when I heard that Bruce Willis was retiring, I was kind of wondering who's going to kind of come in and do all the Bruce Willis kind of action films. You know, I was kind of thinking, like, is it going to be Mickey Rourke? Is it going to be, you know, Jason Statham? But then I kept on, my mind kept going to Vinnie Jones. And I think I might be right, because another person I thought of was Batista, but I'm like, no, don't think so. I think Vinnie Jones is probably going to come in and do all the Bruce Willis style movies, I think. Because I'm like, I don't know who else is going to do it. I really don't, because there was a lot. If you guys know, there was a lot. Basically, though, this one, though, is about Vinnie Jones's character, who is like a crime boss. And it's essentially, though, a guy comes in, steals all this money from him, millions of dollars from him, gets to the car to escape, you know, to get away, and he finds that, you know, Vinnie Jones's character's wife, who's pregnant, is in that car, and basically she wants to get away as well. So it becomes this whole thing about Vinnie Jones's character sending all the people that work for him, the bad guys that work for him, again, to come after them and try and get them, and it's become this crazy, intense action film. Really cool movie, though, here. Like I said, this one here is called Bulletproof, but I've always been a fan of Vinnie Jones. I think the first thing I saw him in was either She's the Man or Midnight Meat Train. Those are the two that when I think of him, I always think of. The next one's here. Now, these are ones I'm so excited. These are from Warner Brothers. They sent over a free copy of these ones to let you guys know these are available. And there's two different 4K ones here from them. The one is The Lost Boys and the other is Poltergeist. Now, I will say, though, I'm not certain of this. I have no inside information or anything like that. I have a feeling that with these covers we're seeing, that there was something to do with usage for the actors' likenesses that were not signed on. Because in order to have new artwork, you have to, like when Shout Factory and Screen Factory do new drawing artwork and stuff like that, newly commissioned artwork for something, you have to have the actors sign off on their likeness being used. Otherwise, you can't use it. So there's been times when they've, Screen Factory's put up posters for things and they say, we're sorry, we couldn't get them to sign off on this, or they want a lot of money and things along those lines, and they can't sign off on it. And I really wonder if the reason why, too, with Lost Boys, we haven't seen a lot of releases with this movie throughout the years, except for the same cover all the time on it, and no changed artwork, is because of usage and likeness sign-off issues. And I think that could be the case, because same with Poltergeist. You haven't seen a lot of editions of this with different artwork. I don't know for certain, but I'm kind of suspecting that might be the case. I don't know, though. I might be reading into it totally wrong. But I feel like, though, the artwork on both of these ones are not bad. But let's be honest. This one is better, but the Lost Boys one I feel like could be a little bit better. You know what I mean? It just could be a little bit better, honestly. But absolutely love this movie. I have watched The Lost Boys throughout the years so many times. And it's always one of those things, too, because the other vampire movie came out at the exact same time, Near Dark. Same exact year. And it's always a struggle to me, like, which one do I like more? Because they're so different. Because The Lost Boys is much more of like a party kind of film. More comedy in it a little bit. And then Near Dark is way more serious and more of a kind of more like an art film with the Tangerine Dream music and everything. But I think I have more fun watching Lost Boys, but I think that Near Dark is a better made movie. It's like hard to explain, but I think that's like on a filmmaking standpoint, that's a better film, but The Lost Boys is a more fun movie to watch. I love this movie. I've watched this so many times throughout the years. And then Poltergeist, though, I won't lie, I don't watch this one too much because this movie does scare me. Because of all of the there was so much, and you know, and people have talked throughout the years of all the things that have happened on this film, and people that have passed away, and the weird things that have happened on set, and if it's cursed and all that. And I'm not gonna lie, I 100% believe in that films can be cursed. I was on a particular movie, and I don't want to say exactly what the movie was, because I really don't want to share around about it, because I don't want people looking into it, because there's a lot of bad things that happen on one particular movie. But basically, it was a 2010 movie that I did, but it was like before I moved. But like a lot of stuff bad happened on that movie. And there was also a lot of, I had this really weird feeling on the set of that movie where we were staying, very in tune to that type of stuff. So it's like, I do believe in that stuff very much so, about things that can be cursed, about bad, you know, bad energy places, because like, I even like, when it comes to bad energy, I didn't even know this. Every time I go to the one, it's totally off subject, but the Luxor Casino, every time I would stand in there, I would have this weird, terrible, like, sort of feeling when I would walk through from the Luxor Casino to the other casino that connects through the Mandalay Bay, because I found out that somebody died and jumped from the Luxor thing and the top thing into that area where the Carrot Top area is. And it's like, every time I would go through there, I would have this strange, like, feeling. And I was like, I don't know, I'm very in tune to that type of stuff. I don't know why, always have been when it comes to that stuff. So yes, I'm very freaked out by this movie, very much so. I almost feel like when I watch this one, it's like bad things are going to happen. So I don't watch this very much. It's about a family moving to this house. Terrible things happen. It creeps me out beyond words. So I honestly don't watch this one too much. I really, really don't. It's a great movie though, but just not something that I watch too much. The next one here though is from Warner Bros. As well. They sent out free copies as well to let you guys know this is available. And this is a 4K Ultra HD edition here. And I believe this is now put into a saga, because originally they were released separately. And I think this is the first time, yeah, this is the first time they're on 4K. But it also includes a documentary as well, a brand new documentary. And this is a DC Universe movie. This has the 4K, the Blu-ray, and the digital copy of Batman, The Long Halloween here. And like I said, this is the deluxe edition here. Because when these were released originally separately, they were like in separate ones. So this is the first time they combined them together and put them on 4K. But this has on here the Batman, The Long Halloween Evolution of Evil on here. And then on the Blu-ray, it has 4 bonus cartoons from the vault as well. That's one thing I really like, is they always include vault cartoons on here. The next one here, this is one that I was so excited to watch. And all I'm going to say is, one day you will be old too. And this is from RLJ Entertainment. This is the most gloom thing I've seen in forever. And I can tell why the people that George Romero made this for put it away and never released it. Really didn't release much with this. And it's one called The Amusement Park. You could tell, like, he was trying to do the most insane thing he could imagine with this whole thing. And it's like, you know, it wasn't his story, but it was just insane. Basically, though, it was made as like an industrial film. Like, basically, they would do this, like, industrial films are the kind of things where they would, like, promote something or for a cause or something like that. And this was made, I think it was like a Lutheran group or something, like a church group that made it about people getting old and about like how old people are treated badly and like, you know, they don't have money and they don't have good treatment and good like, and they're like kind of thrown to their own devices and stuff like that. So it's done in that kind of context, and it's very, very, you really have to think to understand what they're doing, because they're basically using an amusement park as an example, like the setting for old people. And then they kind of get there. Like, one guy gets there, and then like by the end of it, he's a disaster. It's like, it's the most hard thing to explain ever, but it's so worth watching if you're a fan of Romero. Like, to see something that's like a lost movie of his, and you can see the style of his too. He has a certain style with quick edits and shooting and stuff like that. I don't know. It's very interesting. It's 100% worth watching. It's not what a lot of people are going to be thinking though. It's very, very gloom, and it definitely, not gonna lie, it freaks you out about being an old person. It really does, because it puts it in this kind of perspective where you're like, oh God, you're like, oh no. I don't know how to explain it, but it has on here though a comedy track on here. It has a Reopening the Park featurette on here as well. It's behind-the-scenes photo gallery, amusement park script on here, on this one as well. But it has a bunch of different interviews, but definitely worth checking out. The other one here, this is from Paramount. This is one I want to let you guys know is available. And this is you know, from the creator of Yellowstone. And this is a show with Jeremy Renner in it. This is Mayor of Kingstown. And this is the complete first season here of the show. And it has on here, though, over 2 hours of special features. So it has on here Behind the Stories, Pedersen, Making of Mayor of Kingstown, Zero Sum Game, the finale, Inside the Mayor of Kingston, People of Kingston, and cast favorite scenes on this one here as well. And here's a look, though, inside at the discs for this one here. The other one here, this one is from moviezing.com, and this is from Universal, and this is one I want to let you guys know is available. And this is the complete first season here of the show, Mr. Mayor. And I've watched some of this. This is actually a really fun show. A friend of mine, too, is in a couple episodes of this one as well, Josh Sussman. So I was mainly looking at to see his episodes. But I always am a fan of Ted Danson. Like, I've always been a fan of Ted Danson forever. And especially, you know, Getting In with Dad. Like, when I think of him, I know he's been in a lot, you know, better things than that, but Getting In with Dad's the main thing I think of, and then Curb Your Enthusiasm. But Getting In with Dad, I love that movie. The other ones here, are from Vinegar Syndrome. And these are both really fun movies. This one here is called Mutant Hunt. And this is basically about, like, these robots that are getting, like, injected with this stuff to go kind of crazy. This, like, scientist that does this to them, and they're going crazy. It's a really fun movie. I remember seeing this one. It's from 1987, and I saw it years and years back. And I don't know if it was on, like, Monster Vision or something like that where I saw it originally. But it's newly restored in 4K for its original 35mm negative on here. It has a commentary track on here by a film historian. It has an interview on here with the makeup artist. It has a interview on here with one of the actors in the film on this one. The other one here is Buried Alive, and this is another one that I remember really well. I think I saw this one originally on, like, Sci-Fi Channel years back, and I remember renting the tape of this as well. It's basically, though, about this school where weird things are happening to the kids, and, like, the one is having, like, these visions of, like, this brick wall and stuff. I remember it really well, and another one that, the whole idea, too, of people being, like, buried in walls and stuff alive and stuff and locked in, like, that whole concept always creeped me out. And there was, like, another episode of, like, a TV show about this, too, about, like, being buried into a wall. This one has on, and there's also a Mishka Barton movie, too, from, like, maybe 2010 or 9 that she was in, kind of similar as well. But this one has on here, though, newly restored and scanned for its 35mm inner positive on here. Has an interview with actress Ginger Lynn on here. Interview on here with William Butler on here as well. So it has William Butler. William Butler is great. He's a really nice guy. He was the producer on the Ouija's movie that I acted in. The other one here is from Altered Innocence. It's one I want to let you guys know is available. This one is called Saturday Night at the Baths. And here, there's nothing bad on the cover, but I don't want anyone to say anything just in case. Saturday Night at the Baths here as well. And the last ones here, these ones are both from MVD, and there's two different ones to let you guys know that were available. This one here is from the MVD Rewind collection. This is one movie that stars John Glover, The Chocolate War. And when it comes to John Glover, too, the one movie of his that I keep on dreaming somebody will put on Blu-ray, and I do not understand why, because it's like one of the most interesting movies out there for weird cult movies, and it's like basically my brain come to life. Like when I was thinking about, like, what movie feels the most like my brain, the way I think, with, you know, beats and loops and, like, weird colors that I love and everything, and it's Meet the Hollowheads. That is so my kind of film, and so, like, the kind of movies that I like making is that out there style. I'm hoping every day that somebody will put that damn movie on Blu-ray. I don't understand what has happened to the rights to that film. It is so forgotten. But John Glover is great. He is always amazing. He's a dream person to get into one of the movies I'm doing with Lauren. Like, so hopefully down the line we can get John Glover, because he was in Gremlins 2 as, you know, the owner of the building, Ed and His Dead Mother. He's probably one of my favorite character actors of all time. I probably will say he's in the top 5 character actors. One of the others is Stephen Travelowski, that I absolutely love, from, you know, Ned Ryerson from, Groundhog Day. But this one has on here, though, feature-wise, has a commentary track on here with Keith Gordon, interview on here with the director on here as well, theatrical trailer on here, but also has a mini collectible poster in here as well. Here's a look though inside, but it also has a mini poster for the film as well. And the last one here is one I didn't even know that there was a sequel to this one for some reason. I remember the first movie and really loved that one, and it really creeped me out. I remember it's one of those movies, too, when I think of it, I always think of Tower Records, because that was when I remember when I bought the DVD of it back in the day. I bought it at Tower Records, so I always think of that and kind of miss Tower Records when I think of that movie. And this is the sequel to Evil Dead Trap. This is Evil Dead Trap 2, and this one was from Unearthed, also from Unearthed Films as well, and this is from the Unearthed Classics line. And this one has on here, though, a photo gallery on here, as well as trailers on this one. But like I said, one of you guys know this one was available here as well. But anyway, though, guys, that was all for the review portion of this video. Like I always say, if you guys enjoy these videos, definitely give this video a thumbs up. Thanks again for watching and subscribing, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.